Hey guys, it's Brandon Miniman from Pocketnow.com, and this is the hardware tour of the HP Mini Netbook, the 1151NR to be exact, that's running on Verizon Wireless's EVDO network. And this is among the first batch of netbooks that are being subsidized by carriers, in this case Verizon, so that you can use wireless internet whether you're in the back of a taxi cab or at the park or anything like that. So let's take a look at the hardware on the HP Mini. It's a good thing that they include this cleaning cloth in the HP Mini box because the front cover is a fingerprint magnet. I think it helps a bit that it has a nice little texture to it, or this swirly design, but it does pick up a lot of fingerprints, but it also makes it look quite nice and sheen when it's sitting on the tabletop. So let's go around the device. Here on the front, we have the power button, which lights up, but unfortunately it's awkwardly placed down here. It's a little difficult to push over. It takes a lot of pressure, and it would have been much nicer if they put the power button inside the netbook when you open it, so that you didn't have to reach your thumb down here. Here we have two status lights. To the right of that is the Wi-Fi switch, and it also will turn on and off all of the wireless connections. So if you want to save some battery life or you're going on an airplane, you would use that. Going over to the other side, we have the SD port, or SD card reader, so you can take that out and put in some memory. To the right of that is the USB port, and it is one of two. There are two USB ports on the HP Mini. And to the right of that, there is a port for the HP Mini Mobile Drive Bay. I don't think I'll be using that, but if you use their proprietary product, you can use that port for that. Going over to the back, we can see the hinge, which is kind of in an aluminum-like color. To the other side, we have the power port. To the right of that is the USB port. There's a little vent. There's a fan inside that goes on. To the right of that is for the video out, and you need a special adapter to do this to convert it to a standard VGA cable, but it's good that it has a video out. To the right of that is the microphone, although it has an integrated microphone, as you'll see in a second, and the headphone jack. To the right of that is a standard Ethernet port, if you're not using wireless, covered by a rubber cover. So let's open up the Mini, and the Mini isn't secured by anything except its own weight, so there's no magnet that I can tell, or there's no latch. You just lift it up, and there it is. Now, one of the best parts of the HP Mini netbooks is the use of the space to make the keyboard as big as possible. It goes from edge to edge. The keys are a nice size. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and they also have a little ridge on them, if you can see, so that it's easy to kind of feel them with your fingers. The touchpad is a pretty good size. It's kind of small, naturally, for a netbook. You can turn on and off the touchpad with this button, and the buttons being on the left and on the right isn't too difficult. You get used to it pretty fast, and of course you can easily scroll if you slide your finger along these dotted lines here. Now, the screen is 10.1 inches diagonal, and it's got a nice flush look to it. Other netbooks do not have a flush screen. So it's much appreciated to have that. Up here is the webcam, and there's a little light next to it and a microphone next to it, so that if you want to do a Skype call or something like that, you can use the built-in webcam. The resolution is 1024 across by 576 down, which is quite low. I recommend you use Google Chrome as your browser because that takes advantage of as much screen space as possible by taking away the status bar on the bottom. Some other netbooks out there, such as the Dell Mini 10V, has much higher resolution, 1336 by I think 768, which really makes a difference, but the most standard resolution is what this netbook has, so you have to expect that with a netbook, that you're not going to have a super high-res screen. And so that's pretty much it for the hardware tour of the HP Mini 1151NR on the Verizon Wireless Network. Wish it didn't pick up so many fingerprints. Coming up next, we're going to do speed tests. We're going to talk about what it's like to use the EVDO connection, how long it takes to connect, and how fast the speeds are. And then we're going to compare this to the Redfly, which is a Windows Mobile companion that has been around for a while. And people are starting to say, why would you spend, $200 on a Redfly when you could spend $200, $300 on a netbook? We'll try to answer that question in that video. So that's it for now. For more on Windows Mobile and other mobile technology, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/PocketNowTweets. That's it for now.